Ever wondered about the current state of sanctuary cities in the United States? These are cities that have adopted policies designed to protect undocumented immigrants, regardless of their legal status. They exist as a response to immigration enforcement, offering a haven from the fear of deportation that many undocumented immigrants face on a daily basis. In essence, sanctuary cities are places where the American dream is kept alive for those who risk everything to chase it. But today, we're focusing on a rather grim side of this story. We're talking about the top 5 sanctuary cities in the United States that are on the brink of revoking their sanctuary status. Why? Because they're finding it increasingly difficult to support the rising numbers of undocumented immigrants. From the East Coast to the West, these cities have long been beacons of hope for countless immigrants. However, the sheer volume of people seeking refuge has brought with it a host of problems. These cities are grappling with overcrowded schools, stretched social services, and strained budgets. It's a situation that has forced them to rethink their sanctuary status. First on our list is Chicago, Illinois, known for its robust immigrant community and its resolve to protect the rights of its residents. But even the Windy City is feeling the pressure. Next, we'll journey to the Golden State, where San Francisco and Los Angeles are wrestling with the same dilemma. Then we'll head east to explore the situation in New York City, a city synonymous with the immigrant experience. And finally, we'll venture to the Pacific Northwest, where Seattle, Washington, is also contemplating a change in its sanctuary city status. These are no easy decisions. They're about balancing the ideals of inclusivity with the realities of resources. They're about the American dream and who gets to chase it. They're about the future of cities that have long been sanctuaries for those seeking a better life. Join us as we delve into the reality of these cities. First on our list is the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. Known for its impressive skyline and deep dish pizza, this metropolitan hub has long served as a sanctuary city, providing a haven for undocumented immigrants. However, recent years have seen a shift in this stance. The city is grappling with a myriad of challenges, stemming primarily from the sheer numbers of newcomers. The city's resources, from housing and healthcare to employment opportunities, are stretched thin. This strain is reflected in the city's budget, which has been ballooning to accommodate the needs of its undocumented population. Chicago's decision to reconsider its sanctuary status is not taken lightly. It's a response to the practical realities of a city trying to balance its humanitarian ethos with the logistical challenges that come with it. The city's leadership is now facing the tough question of how to support all of its residents, both documented and undocumented, without compromising the quality of life and services for everyone. The timeline for this change is yet to be set in stone. However, it's clear that the city is on a trajectory towards change. The city's lawmakers are working on plans to gradually transition away from its sanctuary status, ensuring that the process is as smooth and fair as possible. Chicago's sanctuary status seems to be on borrowed time. Before we continue on our journey, a quick pause. We're diving deep into the heart of the matter, and your support is what keeps the conversation going. If you're finding this exploration as intriguing as we do consider subscribing, following, and liking this video. Your comments are invaluable to us. They fuel our discussions. And finally, sharing is caring. Share this video with others who might be interested in this conversation. Thank you for your support. Now, let's move on to our next city. Next, we take a trip to the Golden Gate City, San Francisco, California, a city known for its iconic architecture, diverse culture, and tech-driven economy. But beneath the foggy skyline, there's a dilemma that's been brewing. San Francisco, a sanctuary city for decades, has long been a beacon for undocumented immigrants, offering protection and resources. But the city's sanctuary status is under threat, and here's why. The city is grappling with a surge in the number of undocumented immigrants. This influx is straining the city's resources, stretching thin its social services, and putting pressure on its housing sector, which is already one of the most expensive in the nation. Moreover, the city's decision to stop being a sanctuary city is not taken lightly. It's a move driven by necessity, not choice. The city's leaders are realizing that without adequate resources and support, They cannot fulfill the sanctuary city's promise of providing safety and opportunity for all its residents. The timeline for this change is not set in stone. It's a delicate process that involves intricate policy decisions and careful planning. But it's clear that the city's sanctuary status is on borrowed time. The city's officials are working tirelessly, aiming to make this transition as smooth as possible for those affected. San Francisco's golden status as a sanctuary city might be fading soon. But let's remember, this isn't about closing doors. It's about finding sustainable solutions to complex issues. So as the city navigates this change, it continues to stand tall, embodying the spirit of resilience and innovation. From the West Coast, we fly across to the Big Apple, New York City. Known for its towering skyscrapers and bustling streets, New York has long been a sanctuary city, a haven for countless immigrants seeking a fresh start. However, the city's sanctuary status is now under reconsideration. New York City is grappling with a multitude of challenges tied to this status. The city's resources are stretched thin, trying to support the influx of undocumented immigrants. Schools, hospitals, and public services are bearing the brunt of this strain. The city's budget, already strained, is finding it increasingly challenging to accommodate the needs of its growing undocumented population. Furthermore, the city is facing backlash from constituents who feel that their needs are being sidelined. This sentiment is not unique to New York City, but it is particularly potent here, given the city's high cost of living and competitive job market. The city's decision to reconsider its sanctuary status is not taken lightly. It reflects a broader national conversation about immigration and resource allocation. The projected timeline for this change is still under discussion, but changes could start taking place as early as next year. New York City's journey speaks to the complexity of the sanctuary city debate. It underscores the need for comprehensive immigration reform that takes into account not just the needs of immigrants, but also the capacity of cities to support them. The city that never sleeps might soon be waking up to a new reality. Our journey takes us next to the Emerald City, Seattle, Washington. As a sanctuary city, Seattle has long been a beacon of hope for undocumented immigrants. However, the city now finds itself grappling with a problem of scale. The influx of immigrants has outpaced the city's ability to provide adequate resources. Schools, healthcare facilities, and social services are stretched thin, struggling to meet the growing demand. Seattle's leadership has been wrestling with this issue, trying to find a balance between upholding their humanitarian commitment and ensuring the city's functionality. The decision to relinquish its sanctuary status was not taken lightly. It was born out of necessity, a stark reminder of the limits even the most accommodating cities face. The city's public services, already under strain, have been severely impacted by the swelling immigrant population. The strain on the city's infrastructure has led to a rise in homelessness and a decrease in the quality of public services. These developments have not gone unnoticed by the city's residents. The projected timeline for this change is still under discussion. However, city officials have indicated that the transition could begin as early as next year. The city is now in the process of creating a comprehensive plan to manage this transition, with the aim of minimizing disruption to the lives of those affected. Seattle's sanctuary status may soon be a thing of the past. Finally, we head back to the West Coast to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. This city, known for its sprawling metropolis and diverse cultures, has long been a sanctuary for immigrants. But the tides are changing. Los Angeles, like many other sanctuary cities, is grappling with a multitude of challenges. Among them is the escalating cost of living, which is reaching unprecedented heights. This, coupled with a growing homeless population, has stretched the city's resources thin, making it increasingly difficult for Los Angeles to effectively support its immigrant population. Moreover, the city is also dealing with a significant public health crisis. The city's healthcare system is under enormous strain, further exacerbated by the arrival of undocumented immigrants who often require immediate and extensive medical care. The decision to stop being a sanctuary city is not one taken lightly. It's driven by the harsh reality that Los Angeles is struggling to provide adequate support for its current residents. the city is caught in a difficult balancing act, trying to uphold its commitment to immigrant rights while addressing pressing local issues. The timeline for this change is still uncertain. City officials are in the process of assessing the situation and determining the best course of action. But one thing is clear: the city's sanctuary status is hanging in the balance. Los Angeles might soon be losing its angelic status as a sanctuary city. Now, we've taken a deep dive into the realities of these sanctuary cities. The challenges are immense. Chicago, grappling with the weight of its generous heart, is looking to revoke the sanctuary status in the coming years. San Francisco, too, finds itself in a similar predicament, wrestling with the task of providing for its undocumented population. New York City, the city of dreams, is now re-evaluating its sanctuary status as it battles with the enormous strain on resources. Seattle, in the evergreen state of Washington, is navigating a similar path, contemplating a future without sanctuary status. And finally, Los Angeles, the city of angels, is on the brink of making a pivotal decision that could change the lives of many. These cities represent the broader struggle of sanctuary cities across the United States. They are standing at the crossroads of compassion and capacity, of ideals and practicality. The future of these sanctuary cities hangs in the balance. Only time will tell the tale.